in this video, we'll look at some of the ins and outs of function notation as well as some of the vocabulary that goes along with it. When we write y equal f of x, what this means is that y is a function of x. For this function, defined by y equal f of x, x is the independent variable, also known as the input into the function, and y is the dependent variable, also known as the output. And f is the function name. Okay, and also it's common that we call a function f, but you can call it anything you want. We don't have to have f of x. We could have s of x or p of x or q of x. So keep that in mind as we're looking at this. Also, when we see this notation f of x does not mean f times x, right? It means f of x. Be careful there because it can mean multiplication in certain contexts, but if we are defining it as a function and calling the function f, then f of x means something different. So for example, let's say we have a line, y equal 3x plus 2. This is the same thing as saying f of x equals 3x plus 2 because we're saying that y is equal to f of x, so I'm just replacing that y with f of x. So essentially now I have this line defined as a function. Okay, so I've got a task for us. It says find f of negative 2. So what does f of negative 2 mean? Well, negative 2 is an input into the function, and f of negative 2 represents a y value or an output. Okay, so let's take a look at this idea with this function f of x equals 3x plus 2. So if that is our function, then we would find f of negative 2 by inputting the negative 2 everywhere we see an x in the function. So in our case, we would have 3 times negative 2 plus 2, right? So all I did there is I took the input value of negative 2 and I plugged it in for x, right? Since it's giving me an x value there. All right, so 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, plus 2 is negative 4. Okay, so we have that f of negative 2 equals negative 4. Now, that statement corresponds to a point on the graph of f of x equal to 3x plus 2 because we're saying, well, the input value or the x value is negative 2 and the output value or the y value is negative 4. So I know that the point negative 2, negative 4 is on the graph of f.